One. Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. I have next to me the Pook Star, Jessica Lee. And off camera here, we have our latest member of the family, Ruru, who is showing us the tail feather right now. She's got the tail feathers going on. She's got a little strut up on the desk here. And you may have caught our story on Ruru last week. I think she's thinking of heading down here.
How's the potty training going?
Okay, so potty training, lots of learnings. So we're getting her to hang out in the litter box now. So here is the litter box. So we're getting her, and there's some seed next to it.
And there's kitty litter in there because...
Yeah, and I learned something about kitty litter just now.
What's that?
Which is, it is plain kitty litter plus sodium bicarbonate.
Okay.
I can't think that that's good for her to eat.
Is that baking soda?
Yes.
I know humans can have some baking soda. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't think they should have baking soda. So what's that she's eating?
This right here is chicken feed. It is a growth formula rather than an egg formula. It's for a younger chicken. I'm assuming she's about 2 years of age right now. I cannot confirm that. I haven't asked her.
It's a hopeful guess.
It is a hopeful guess, but that is my guess, and I'm sticking with it. So, okay, so we got her comfortable in the kitty litter box. I know the signs when she's going to go to the bathroom. I have her trained for the front door now. I have her somewhat trained to come. I can do a better job on that, to say, "Come here, Ruru." Oh, sorry. And she's like, what? I'm here. So next up, I need a bigger litter box. I need to go to wood shavings tomorrow.
Oh.
Because I don't want her eating the clay.
Right.
So we're going to go to wood shavings. Mm-hmm. And we have to spend more time with her on the desk. The more time that Ruru is on the desk.
Okay. Can you demonstrate what it looks like when she's signaling to you, "I've got to go"?
Plumage. And oh, she's tipped over the seat. So the plumage goes up, her tail feathers waggle, and she may even stretch a leg. Seem to be the signs. Now, ideally, I would keep her, again, on the desk all of the time so that I can catch those signs, because what happens is the first time that you catch her doing good, so I scoop her up from here, and technically the minute she stops eating, I should put her in the litter box. I'm not sure if we're going to do litter training while we're doing a YouTube live, but
they may want to see it happening.
Well, it could be the first time. So far, what happens is
monumental.
I scoop her up, I put her in the litter box. Now she actually stays there a little bit. Then she gets out of the litter box and does her business. We are closer. We will get this. I know last night we were going for a walk and you were talking about Ruru diapers, of which chicken diapers actually do exist. People actually keep chickens in their apartments.
And for some reason I had imagined the diapers would be like smushed up against her behind. But they're actually somebody from YouTube, I think, sent us a link to Amazon for chicken diapers that she recommends, and they're more like buckets that hang behind her tush, kind of like buckets behind a horse.
So it's quite the image.
Yeah. It's hilarious. But the part that's not so funny is that you'd have to change the diapers every 3 or 4 hours.
You change it every 3 or 4 hours, and like a baby's butt, it can be sensitive because it's not meant to be anything but air dried. And so you have to make sure to keep that rear area clear. So you're looking like you want down now. So I'm going to carry her down, and I will take her to the litter box. And she's actually making the call, saying that she would like down. And so we're going to pick her up. And I'm stuck to a vine. We're going to go over to the litter box. Good. And I think she's a little too hyped up to stay in the litter box right now. Good girl. And now she's probably going to get out of the litter box and then do her business.
All right.
So, litter training during a YouTube live, I'm not so sure is the way to go. But you never know. You never, ever know. And they say the most important thing is to catch her in the act of doing good. This is something to do with parenting here. Like a dog, you can say, bad dog, bad dog, and put the dog outside. And they may actually get that message, although you might actually wound your relationship with them. But saying bad bird does not work. What you have to do is reward her. And I think you showed last week the treats.
Yes.
Bucket worms.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to give her worms as a reward. So, and she loves worms. I think we all need worms right now. Metaphorically speaking, we all need rewards at this time. Creature comfort. We're talking about comfort for the chaos. How fast did you plow through that ice cream?
24 hours?
That's my point. Is we
it
want
wasn't
some
one sitting. It was at least 3 different sittings within 24 hours.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
And I wasn't going for the 3rd sitting, but you brought it to me. You're like, you look like you need ice cream. And I thought, well, I'm not going to argue. And there it was in front of me.
Ladies and gentlemen, during these challenging COVID times, take care of your heart. Not fatten yourself up, but this isn't something she regularly does. But you've got to nurture yourself. You have got to love yourself up. And so I saw, and that was Peanut, the chipmunk. We have several chipmunks here who might actually show themselves during.
Technically, they're squirrels. But...
The good point. That's Peanut, the golden mantle squirrel. Yes. You were going through a challenging time. And so I brought you, not only were you going through a challenging time, but our desk is now outside. And it was probably about 92 degrees. No exaggeration. So an outdoor office at 92 degrees, that's where I'm wearing my Cubana clothing right now. The outdoor office at 92 degrees is, if ever there was a good time for either ice cream or in my case, I'd prefer like a vegan ice cream, that would be it.
Is it time to segue? You segue.
Well, we are segueing.
Right.
So we're talking about comfort in the chaos. So first we're talking about ice cream. All right.
I'm going to check on the chicken.
Yes.
Who just wandered off around the corner.
She did
and she
just
has
wander
this
off.
habit for heading towards cliffs. So we just want to make sure that doesn't happen. I'll be right back.
So, all right. And I'm glad she left. I'm actually glad she left. Why am I glad she left? Well, because I'm going to talk about some difficult stuff for a minute here.
I can still hear you.
Oh, geez. You were supposed to have left. I mean, I didn't put it on cue. But when we're talking about finding comfort in the chaos, we're doing exceptionally well as far as our ability to help people, as far as our business. We're at least 2xing where we were last year because of the need for help. But we've also been getting our butts kicked. And so we've just gone through. You're supposed to put your ears, your fingers in your ears.
Our 3rd miscarriage. Don't tell him I said that.
I think we're probably the only only couple in existence that can say that, and we're doing well. I don't know. Maybe you have had this too, and you're doing well. But I think we're doing well, and we also get to see whether we want to move this fall. And it's just such a fantastic time of transition. But another way to put it is a fantastic time of feeling completely and totally unsettled. So, and you're walking around a lot going, I'm overwhelmed. And that is the feeling, the collective zeitgeist right now. I love that word, zeitgeist. Mm-hmm. Collective consciousness right now is one of overwhelm and chaos. And so while I'm a gratitude guy, let's go to gratitude. Let's be thankful for what we have. And I'm not really making fun of that. And that is true. We need something more powerful during this time. Mm-hmm. And I think the first thing that we need is, maybe as a prop, I need to get a Sherlock Holmes magnifying glass. Or you could say, we get to change, that works, the lens that we're looking at things right now. We get to upgrade our lens. So if our lens right now is, oh my God, third miscarriage, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? What's going on? And on and on and on. That can be, let me use Ruru as an example.
Okay.
Ruru is on the side of the road in a complete and total panic.
And if you're just joining us, Ruru is a chicken.
Ruru is not just any chicken. The chicken. That's Ruru the chicken and our tandem. So Ruru was crossing the road. Why does the chicken cross the road? I'm convinced Ruru crossed the road to be found by us. So she clearly got lost or escaped from some sort of an attack. So we've heard with a coyote, but she according to a medium, and she's on the side of the road in panic. And I scoop her up, put her in the Tesla. After I talked to her for about 15 minutes, she lets me scoop her up instead of running out into the highway. I was so scared. But I had confidence it was going to work out. Bring her home, and she could have done one of two things. She could have freaked out. And birds are very energetically sensitive, and she literally could have had a heart attack and died. Or she could have said, "My saviors!" and followed us everywhere and said, "I get mealworms. I get new chicken feed. I have this whole home. I get to go on an RV tour. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this?"
Really has us wrapped around her chicken feet, I guess.
This is Ruru. This is us.
All she has to do is this with her beak. And when we come running, here you go.
She totally has us wrapped around her finger. And that is a change in lens. We get to do that same upgrade in lens. The world is, whether we hear it from Napoleon Hill, whether we hear it from Neville Goddard, whether we hear it from Emile Coué, whether we hear it from anyone in the New Thought movement, since the beginning of the movement exists, or since Hermeticism began thousands of years ago, as above, so below. Where we put our energy isn't just what we're going to bring about, but is what we're going to see. I was talking with Mom about this earlier today, wasn't I?
You tried.
I did try. Mom, right now, I love you, Mom. You're probably not hearing this, probably a good thing. She is fighting Washington, D.C. traffic, trying to drive up to get to New Jersey tonight, going from Florida to Massachusetts. And she's going, "I hate traffic. I hate traffic. I hate traffic." It was a mantra, wasn't it?
Yeah, but she sounded like she was having fun with her mantra.
She did. So when you put a positive spin on negativity, when you throw positive energy at the negativity, "I hate this, woohoo, I hate this, woohoo," I don't actually know what signal that sends to the universe. What do you feel?
Well, it's not clear. It's certainly not, "Oh, let's give her less of this."
It would be ambiguous at best. What we want to do is change that filter and go, okay, there's a lot of traffic now, but I'm sure coming up soon, it's going to clear. I know once we get off of the Beltway, things are going to get better. As soon as I get past, I know things are going to clear. And what happens? You start to see a little clearer. You start to see a little more. You start to see a little more. Or because you're convinced traffic is going to clear, or you're going to find the flow again, you see the GPS says reroute. That's a good question. And instead of being focused on, "Oh my God, look at the traffic. Oh my God, look at the traffic," you're like open to whatever the universe has to bring. The GPS says reroute, and you go, "Thank you very much." And you reroute. When we are focused on the negative, like the negative worthless stimulation called the news right now, then that is all you see. And you go, the world is a really dark, scary place. And don't get me wrong, there are some challenges right now as we upgrade. However, if you go, "It's an upgrade, it's an upgrade, it's an upgrade," even if you then go to the negative worthless stimulation, you will find positivity stories. You will find positive possibilities. You will find opportunities or amazing stories hidden in the poo. which is not actually poo, it's fertilizer. So during this time, do your best to not label things. This is good, that is bad. And really, we're being challenged with that on the biggest level this year, aren't we? Of not labeling anything. Here's the rule. If you believe even a little bit, tiniest little bit, that we're spiritual beings having a human existence, that there is some order to the chaos, that there is a higher power, call it love, source, universe, quantum field, call it God, call it cheeseburger in the sky, giant cheeseburger, whatever it is, vegan giant cheeseburger, whatever you call it, if you believe it is real, then the rules operate all of the time. Like gravity operates all of the time. No matter how many times you drop the apple, at least in Newtonian physics, we won't go into quantum world of possibilities, waves and particles, but in this version of reality, you drop that apple, it's going to fall. The rules hold steady all of the time. The universe is a very, very precise place. Which means if all of this has a reason behind it, if everything has a design, then everything you are going through, everything, is by design as well. We can't cherry pick and say, well, I found this place. Life is good. Thank you, God. Wow, I can move to this place. You suck and have forsaken me, God. You can't. That doesn't work. The rule is. Everything is here to serve you. Now we get to put on a different lens to be able to see that. You may be broken on the pavement. I've been there. And you can choose, poor me, woe is me. Or you can go, wow, this is awesome. Ow. This is fantastic. That pain is just showing me I'm alive. And you can use it to pivot. I know you've been working on that. I know you're typing right now, so I'm not going to ask you to talk about that. But later on, if you want to, you have been my hero at how much you have been able to reframe. You have absolutely been my hero.
Tell me more.
You know, at this time, it would be so easy to crumble and dwell on the negatives. And by this time, I mean the last miscarriage 3 through now. It would be so easy to. And your subconscious still goes to overwhelm, as almost all of ours do. But you consciously choose something else. In fact, you woke up. It was a challenging morning. You woke up about a week ago, and I got... What was this that I got?
So we're not in the middle of buying a car. We just bought a car. But we're waiting for the car to arrive.
Gold and blue Inspire Nation mobile.
It's not those colors yet. It's digital blue now. But we both agree those are cars that our moms liked back in the 70s.
Or grandmas.
Grandmas. So we're going to have it wrapped and make it more us. So anyway, we were in the middle of buying the car when I had this dream. Michael was sitting across the desk from a car salesman, and the car salesman was like the most positive guy on the planet. And he used some profanity, but he was basically like, "This is so effing awesome! You're gonna love this car. It's gonna be great! Yeah!" And it was basically like minutes of this, and I just woke up like in the most positive mood, and I was mimicking the car salesman from my dream for the rest of the morning. So everything that came out of my mouth was like, "Yeah, we can do this."
This is very PG of a show here, so I'm not trying to paint anything other than a PG picture. But you jumped me, or jumped on me, or jumped something, and you're like, "Yeah, we're gonna rock this day. It's gonna be awesome." And I'm like, "Oh my God."
Best dream ever. I wish every night Well, you know, I can set that intention. I can have this car salesman or offspring from the cars. I don't know. I could have characters in all my dreams, just like this car salesman.
Absolutely. I'm just pivoting around to see, okay, Ruru is right behind me. So, and that was Ruru. Ruru woke up the next morning going, yeah, all the food I want, all the mealworms. This is awesome.
But it was more like,
but to me, the fact that you can go there right now, and I'm not saying you should feel otherwise.
Well,
it's a choice.
Thank myself. No, that wasn't a choice. That was my subconscious.
And how much were you working on your subconscious before then?
Daily.
And so it shows itself once we do the work. For those who are asking, the car is to be towed behind the RV because the RV is a roll home, which is going to have 3 kitty cats and a Ruru. She's going to be up front. I can see it. We brought Ruru into the house twice today, and kitties are like, yeah, which is perfect. That's the response I'm looking for.
On 2 car drives, and on one of them, she climbed up onto the dash and just sat there and driving around the neighborhood.
And she called me, at which point I'm going, you know, that the dash on a Tesla is a little bit sensitive. But Ruru was having fun, so that was fine.
She pooped on it, and you know, oh, I didn't tell you that? I cleaned it. Anyway, she's marking her territory. She's saying this Tesla is mine too.
She pooped on the dash. No.
She pooped a lot during that trip. But yeah, most other places had sheets on.
Good. Sheets. And the
He's trying not to honk. Well, oops. Yes, chicken diapers.
The second, I'll get some chicken diapers ordered today. The second drive, she sat mainly on the armrest, and she really enjoyed the ride, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
And now I know I've opened the car door a few times, and it looks like she's going to hop in. So I will get those chicken diapers right away. Although we will have her trained before this tour. We will have her trained. All right, so you're choosing something positive. So let me go from there. There are a few more things, and feel free to interject in.
I think, you know, a lot of the choosing comes from a lot of the difficult events that have already occurred in our lives together. Your near fatal accidents, the previous miscarriages, and learning from those events how to choose positively.
Thank you. And there's something from our classes that I like to joke with people all the time. And that is that, and if you're listening to this goes for you too. Are you dead? People are going, what are you asking me? Are you dead? Are you dead? No, of course I'm not dead. I'm watching you, although you might be putting me to sleep, but you're not dead, which means that you have 100% survival track record right now. 100% of the situations you have survived. 100% of the situations you have learned and grown from. 100 of the situations have allowed you to get, 100% of the situations have allowed you to get to here. So the odds are exceptionally good that whatever you're going through, particularly if you choose to put on a different lens, to Tai Chi around that energy, you will not only survive, you will thrive. And there is, we're talking about comfort to chaos. There is a comfort at looking at how much stuff we've gone through. I'm going, well, I made it through that.
Well, a while back, I did an exercise where I reviewed difficult events from the past. And this might be an exercise that you give to your coaching clients, I'm not sure. And I wrote out all the positives that came out of those events.
Yes. And what'd you learn?
I learned that all those events were steering me in ways that I wouldn't ordinarily have gone by myself with my own will.
I went for a run earlier today, and I was looking at all the recent challenges for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing my best. I couldn't quite get to woohoo. Maybe I get to today or tonight, but I got to a place of gratitude. Thank you for these challenges. Thank you for these opportunities. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, I put it in automatic writing this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I asked, can we have the rest of them kind and gentle, future ones? But I'm recognizing them for what they are. This time period as a collective is awesome. Not on an individual basis, meaning we do have clients that are sick, people we know who have passed away, clients' loved ones who have passed away. I had on John Asara from The Secret this week. His mom passed away of COVID. Real deal, serious. But for those of us who are gifted with the opportunity to stay around, no matter how dire. I've been in a house one winter, I didn't have heat. I had to turn on the stove to try to keep the house warm. I had one summer where I had to eat dog food, quite literally, with eviction notices on my door trying to survive. I've been there. But if you can make it through this time period, something magnificent is going to come out of it. Something magnificent is going to happen for us as a collective. Something magnificent is going to happen for us as an individual. What we don't want to do, I'm an alchemist. What does that mean? I play with energy, but guess what? You play with energy too. Everything is energy. You focus on that negative, worthless stimulation, you're going to feel like crap. And you're going to have a very hard time bringing yourself up. You do automatic writing. You take one of our classes. You take somebody else's class. You dive in on the inside and you get yourself as best as you can to a woohoo. Life may not be all roses, but I'll find even in the bird turd, if you accidentally step in it, it came from a place of love. How's that?
That's been happening a lot lately, hasn't it?
Oh my gosh,
I've got
to watch my step even better. I've got a hose out here. You could see the hose. I don't think I need to show anybody. I've got my parental eyes on. Okay, Ruru's still behind us. All right, a few more things, and then we're going to dive into some questions for you. If you can take time each and every morning to Tai Chi this around, take time in automatic writing, or take time in another process, particularly getting beyond the small thinking self, and you can have discussion with universe, have discussion with consciousness, have discussion with the divine. What you will realize is that objects in the mirror are not as they appear to be. And if you can recognize that even a little bit, that there is so much more going on behind the scenes. And no, I'm not talking about the conspiracy stuff, because if there is one conspiracy and there's one guy at the joystick controlling everything, or girl for that matter, he or she lost control. This experiment is running on its own. But it's a bifurcation of humanity. We get a choice in this time. So if you wake up each morning, you go, how do I make this a better day? Literally write out, how do I make this a better day? Universe, how do I make this a better day? Even better yet, ask one of those expansive questions. Why is today even better than yesterday? Why is today so special? Why is today so beautiful? Why do I feel so much greater comfort and peace today? That is what you will find. You find exactly what you're looking for, because your mind is a creator. You go, well, why haven't I found that $1 million, that $100 million yet? Well, because your mind is saying on some level, either you don't deserve it yet, or you have to work through some stuff yet, or you need to get in a certain place yet. Nothing wrong with that. No judgment. I want to build an empire. She cracks up almost every single time I say that. Wow, I'm impressed. Why aren't I there? There we go. Why aren't we there yet? My subconscious won't accept that yet. it says there are a bunch of interim steps. That's okay too. And I am working to heal it. And a lot of my wounds, admittedly, have come back at a higher level, but with a vengeance during this time. I called this the year of reckoning. Now I say it's the year of reinvention. But to reinvent ourselves, we have to cut cords. We have to get light. You can check out all our other shows about tapping, about emotion code, about all sorts of clearing work. Heck, we got a boot camp coming up this Wednesday where we will do that clearing work with you.
Boot camp.
What's the boot camp?
Yeah. The boot camp is on this topic.
From comfort to chaos. And we're going to help you clear. And we're going to help you get light. It's once a week, every Wednesday evening at, I believe, we get to look at that time in the future, but I believe it is at
6:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
No, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Much better.
6:30 p.m. Mountain time. It came out like something's wrong with that.
I actually like the earlier time. I feel we were going to be rolling it back very, very shortly. So you can attend a boot camp. You can get yourself lighter. You can be able to start focusing on the positive. You can start stripping away the negativity. You can do a lot of clearing work that set the intention each and every day and start to cut the cords. One of the big cords that we have been cutting, and I put everything away right now. But the reason we have the garage door open right now and we have Tessie out of the garage right now,
yeah,
is because we're doing what?
Purging.
How does it feel? What does purging mean? And how's it feel?
We're going through. Well, I'm going through boxes from my childhood.
Yep.
Somehow I took these boxes from New Jersey, trucked them to North Carolina when we lived there, then trucked them across the country to Colorado, and now it's time to let go.
And for myself, I'm going through paperwork from before we were together.
Yes.
And I've got to be honest here. I still have wounds around my early years. I feel very good about what I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. I feel very, very good about where we are. Years ago, I saved the marriage. And I say I saved the marriage because I was the one breaking the marriage. But I have come such a long way. But now going through the boxes, oh my God, I don't know if you feel like me at all, but I'll go through the box and I'll see a business card from a business that didn't work out. And I go, oh my God, I'm a failure. I'll see a card from an ex-girlfriend or something that I totally don't want to be with. And I'm like, oh my God, I ruined that. I'll see a collar from a previous pet who's passed away. For some reason, I'll kick myself for that too. There is no end, or there was no end to what I could kick myself for when I went into my garage. But I have put on the alchemist glasses.
Uh-huh.
And so I am viewing these things. I like doing that. I'm viewing these things as everything has an energy.
Yes.
Like I was looking at Pumpkin, our coyote who went on book tour with us. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a rooster or a chicken, excuse me, but we had a coyote with us. We tend to travel cool. Uh-huh. And I had all of her paperwork from over 10 years of cancer treatment. She was a cancer survivor. I'm used to being in the waiting area and the chemo and the this and the that. I just mm-hmm. got mine with a canine variety. And I'm looking at this envelope, and I used to be not so much a pack rat or a hoarder, but I'm very sentimental. Mm-hmm. I am like all heart.
I am too.
And I am like, no, this gets to go. And I threw it away. Why? Because yes, it's a reminder of Pumpkin, but what's the energy of seeing bills having to do with chemo? What's the energy of getting a report from the oncologist? That's not a very high energetic vibration, which means that I've got something. If I'm wanting to be at up here, mm-hmm. Ready? One more time. And I've got something in the garage going. That almost sounds like a didgeridoo, but you get the idea. That's very discordant compared to. And everything in our garage and everything in your garage has an energy to it. And so after that, I'm like, let me at him. Give me a box. Give me a bin. Wasn't I saying, give me what you got?
I was impressed.
Because it's all energy. And if I'm going to claim to play the alchemist card this lifetime and say I'm playing with energy, how can I keep low vibration stuff? Now, there are a few items in there that I'm going to really have to challenge myself with. But I know I can do this because the more I get light at this time, the more I'm going to be able to do, the more I'm going to manifest, the more I'm going to create, the more I can help others, the better I'm going to feel. And that goes for you too. So we get to look at all of our environments. You need to say something, go.
Well, I just have a question. So when you're looking at the business card that failed,
Mhm.
and in the past you would have gone, oh, I screwed that up. And so what are you doing now differently?
I think I'm bringing love to it. It's not even so much a conscious, it was a choice. So the subconscious mind really controls the ship. We get to work on the subconscious, but you can pull it along a little bit if you're very conscious about it. And so I had a talk with my subconscious, and I said, I want to get light.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to take things to the next level. And while I talk about getting rid of these last residual elements, which are actually quite large, I'm not making light of it, of I'm a screw up, I'm a loser, which I don't feel this on a conscious level. But I mean, I was gifted. Mom, I love you very much. But growing up, I'd go to a bike race and she'd say, I hope you crash. Or I'd be laying on the couch after an injury and she'd give me something from Bill Gates and say, why couldn't you be more like him? There was no pleasing her. But we all have this in us, whether it's from our mom, whether it's from our teachers, the whole concept of grades. Don't even get me started there, where we're told from age 4, 5, or 6 that we're less than if we didn't get that perfect A or that 100 or whatever. I just managed to embody it really well. To embody this, you can't get it rightedness. Maybe that also comes from mom who would hide in the other room if the Patriots are playing because she knew that they would lose if she watched them. And so this has been my journey around the mountain at a higher level and a higher level. I consider it my guide. Mm-hmm. I get to make even closer friends with my guide. My guide comes out whenever there is chaos. So right now, all of our guides, and our guides are our wounds. As Rumi says, the wound is where the light shines through. It's so true. The wound is where the light shines through. So if right now you're repeating a pattern from the past and you're going, I thought I healed it. Awesome. Because now you get to heal it at a whole new level. And so I've been working on this. And so I went in there and I'm like, let me at him. It's awesome.
I love what our mentor said to us last week. She said, the pain is the medicine.
It's so true.
And so when you're going through those boxes and those emotions, those hurtful emotions come up about what happened in the past, that's the medicine. That's the opportunity to finally heal.
And the opportunity's been in the garage or storage unit all along. But you have to be ready for it. But, well, no, I'm not actually sure about that. Right now, I'm saying about this year. If not now, then when? I'm saying, all right, we're already in the vice. You might as well just go for it. What do you got to lose? You've got nothing to lose. Get light. Throw it all out in the street, in a bin, nice and eco. But get as light as you can. Now, I've had people call in, email, and say, do I give my money away? We'll take some of it. No. I didn't just say that.
But you did.
I did. Well, we want to grow this thing, so sure. But I don't want you to make rash decisions. But take your time, and if something, I'm so scared as to what you're writing.
I'm ready. If you have extra money you want to give away, we have a Patreon site.
I love that. And you can catch videos and stuff, chicken videos, us videos, all this good stuff. But I want you to get light. Oh my God, are you going to feel better? And one of the things that's kind of off topic, but it's exactly on topic is people will write me, they'll take coaching from me and they'll say, how do I get more confident? And it's not by taking these huge actions. It's by throwing away one business card and then the next and then the next. Day after day, take time each and every day to do the thing that scares you most, or where your wounds are in your basement or your garage. And you will start to trust in yourself. You will start to believe in yourself. And you will grow so much stronger. This is a collective opportunity for us to shine, for us to be truly who we are, for us to bring our true, authentic selves, unapologetically who we are, and to grow strong, seriously strong. And you have got this in you. I wonder if they can hear Roo singing right now. She is totally agreeing.
Oh, she purrs.
Hi, Ruru. Hello, good girl.
Somebody was saying they had a chicken. Oh, Deborah said, I had a beloved chicken too. Some say not smart. Totally is not true. They had game. You read that chickens are actually smarter than many dogs.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It takes a little bit different way of training them, but she has learned not to wander off. She has that that little cliffside thing going on when we take her for walks, and she doesn't have good long distance vision. She's very myopic, very focused on that worm right in front of her. But she's been training herself for a lot of this stuff. She knows I wait at door, I get treat. I didn't teach her that one. She just knows it. So let's see if there's anything else in the notes I want to cover. This has been so much fun. Jessica, anything you want to add as I'm going through so we can get light? I've got just a couple more things on my list, but if you have something there.
I'm just checking for questions.
All right. So while we're doing that, we are going out on the road. We're going on an RV tour coming up. Actually, right after we finish our next class, which is a mini master class on up-leveling your career. So shameless plug, if you're looking to make more money, if you're looking to find a new job, and I would never find a new job. Don't find a new job. Find a new path. Find a new direction. Find a new light. Find a new purpose. Don't find a job. But with that said, if we've got to get you financially back on your feet and making money, or if we want to look at this time, we've 2x'd our careers this year. If you would like to make more now, if you would like to take your business to a new level, this is the time where you pivot. I'm convinced by the end of the year, it's going to be much more than 2x, but you pivot during this time and you find where your needs, where your services are needed. And you will become wealthy beyond your wildest dreams during this time. And because of this time, because the old is going away, which means there is an opportunity, a huge vacuum needs to be filled by you. And so we are going to work on catapulting your career, whether that's finding where to go from here and bringing in a paycheck now, whether that's up-leveling that paycheck now, or whether that is taking your business to an entirely new level now. We are working on that together. It's a maximum, I don't know if it's 49 or 50 people, very small group. It's very much group coaching with some individual coaching on a daily basis as well. That's going to be the next 4 Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. People in Europe, you can attend this one too. And then after that, and Jessica's going to put the links for that. After that, we hit the road, Jack, don't we? Mm-hmm. Why are we hitting the road? Doesn't it make no sense at all to be hitting the road at this time?
Because we've never been on a vacation together.
This is actually true. This is actually very, very true. But that's a story for another day, isn't it?
That is.
But we are going on the road. We are getting a vacation together, and we are getting a new perspective on everything. How important is it for us to get out of our box right now?
Well, let's put it this way. If we didn't get out of our box right now,
box would kick us out.
I think the box would get lit on fire.
You think universe is speaking very, very loudly. Right?
Yeah, you know, I had a vision, and I don't think it was a literal vision. I think it was metaphorical. But I was kind of in a half awake, half asleep state in the morning, and I could see an aerial view of this house. And it was very like high above it, a view that I've never seen of this house before. You would need a drone, or you need a drone to be able, or you need to be a bird to see that.
I've been wanting that drone.
Anyway, the house was on fire. And I'm like, I woke up and I was very disturbed. And I'm like, what was that? Does that mean like literally the house is gonna go up in flames? And eventually I came to the conclusion that it was metaphorical, that staying here was going to burn us.
I think that's the case for all of us right now, is that if we stay where we are, I keep saying comfort is the enemy of greatness, comfort is the enemy of greatness, but comfort is the enemy of life. Now, it's interesting because the title of this is from Find Comfort Through Chaos. But I'm not talking about the comfort of just sitting on the couch. I'm talking about finding a new way of being, a higher level way of being. Paul Selig's guides would call it the upper room. And you can't find the upper room, to me, just sitting on the couch, almost no matter the affirmation anyway. We need to live life. It's the two-step dance. And so for ourselves, we have been in a, I don't want to use the word rut. We've done some amazing things.
We've been comfortable.
And I think when we get out on the road, okay, what do I know about this amazing woman right here?
We know that when I'm on an adventure, I come to life.
And what happens if I make you do the same trail 3 times?
I go, you can go, I'll stay home.
By time number 2, she's wilting. By time number 3, she has said no mas. This woman needs to explore.
I like novelty.
But that's actually human nature. A lot of us have been taught as kids not to be adventurous, not to get uncomfortable, not to stick our heads out because it's too dangerous. But it's human nature. We can look at history since the beginning of time. We expand, we explore. That's our nature. And so whether that's literally getting on the road in an RV, or it's walking to a park you haven't been, or hopping in the car if you're in the city and crossing the bridge and going and finding a new trail, a new state park, a new anything. If not now, then when? We need to shake things up and get a different lens. Certainly, as Wayne Dyer says, when the way you look, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. We have to step back our optics to get a different perspective. That's why I go into nature almost every day. I can't actually remember a day that I haven't gone into nature. Why? I need to get out of my room. I need to get out of the studio. I need to get out of the house. I need to get out of me. I love me. I really do. All these things about the screw-up gene. I love me. I'm pretty freaking awesome. We all are. We're all the divine. How does it get any better than this? But if I don't get out of my thinking mind, I'm going to go insane. And I don't mean meditate and get out. I mean, and I've done that. I've held space in a meditation center for 3-4 hours a day, month after month after month after month after month after month. But that was still the same perspective. I needed to get off of the island. I needed to go to explore, to challenge myself. And that is what's so awesome about this time, is we all get to challenge ourselves. So with that said, I think I have one more point, but I think a bunch of questions are coming in.
We have 2 questions. You can make your next point.
All right, we'll make my next point, and then we will dive into some questions here. And sorry that I'm going a little bit cross-legged. This seat has demanded that I sit a little bit different way right now.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot emphasize it enough. It's a statement that's been said before, but I'm going to say it one more time. Watch what you ingest during this time. And I'm not talking about the pint of Haagen-Dazs. Maybe I am. But I'm not talking about the pint of Haagen-Dazs. I'm talking about what you listen to, what you watch, what you scroll through. That doom scrolling has got to stop. What your environment looks like, what you're accepting in conversations with other people. If they're just dumping on you, that's not a conversation. That's therapy. And you're not supposed to be their therapist. So watch what you ingest, because the more that you can cut that chaos off, the better you will feel. Now I want to open it up to some questions.
Okay. From Alan.
Yes.
So I am in quite a tight financial position at this time.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vision and I'm doing something new that I enjoy.
Yeah.
I just have doubts and worries that creep in. Will this keep my vision from manifesting? It is hard, never have them come up.
No, not at all, Allison. Have all the doubts and worries and fears and concerns you want. I would put them on a piece of paper. I would write them out and shred them. It helps you feel lighter. I'd write them out again and shred them. It helps you feel lighter. But then switch the channel. So we were going through yesterday the garage and we came across these frames, some of which still had affirmations in them, that I used to hang all around my house with affirmations. I would brush my teeth and say, thank you for me becoming a best-selling author. Thank you for me reaching millions. All of these things, which on many levels have come true by going to that. Does it mean that I'm not going, I have no idea how to bring that about, and I don't know when that's going to, no, not at all. That's okay. Just feel into that, write it out, shred it is my recommended starting point, or do some tapping or do some other techniques, but allow yourself to feel it. Don't squash it down, and then change the channel. Put on a new pair of glasses at that point and tune into the world differently. Say, all right, this is a tough challenge. This is a tough challenge right now financially. And I like to think of the movie Big Hero 6. Do you remember Big Hero 6? It's got the inflatable robot dude. I love that inflatable robot dude. There are all these kids around, and it's like insurmountable circumstances. Bad guy, this going on, that going on. Professor gone mad, school's burned up, everything. And they get together one evening. You know what they say? This is our backstory.
Oh.
This is what made us. I had a hard time not on the run earlier today going, this is our backstory. All of this goes into the hopper for everything we do in the future. It's all here to serve us. So when you can view it that way, certainly you can cry, you can scream, you can do all of these things, and I'm not opposed to any of them.
If we didn't have a backstory, if we just went from
bliss to bliss or comfort to comfort.
Were you in bliss before we met?
No. No.
Anyway, if we went from the gutter to bliss.
Are you saying I was in the gutter before I met you? Wow. Wow. I mean, I know I was a major work in progress. I said I had healed all my wounds, though. Wasn't that interesting?
It kind of just slipped out. That wasn't intentional. Okay.
Knife back. Ow.
Anyway, the point is, if there was no struggle for us, nobody would be able to relate to us. They would just say, "Oh, they got lucky."
That's just the Sandlers. They've got it all together. I had people say that. I had a near-death experience, and people said, "Oh, well, you're a pro athlete. That's nothing for you." What?
Really?
Yeah. I had people who said, "Oh, that's no big deal that you came back for that. Meanwhile, I've got blah, 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 but I wasn't you, so I can't." It's amazing how much we will hold on to our limiting beliefs.
Well, it is easier that way.
We don't have to stick our necks out. If we already say, I am this, I am screwed, then we don't have to actually take action. If you go, oh, wow, this is just another way that's not going to work in this COVID world, I get to find a different path and I'm going to rock it, then you are going to rock it. And you might cry along the way. Go ahead.
thinking about the people just joining us for the first time, seeing you do that. They have no idea.
You're going to have to watch the beginning. You are just going to have to watch the beginning.
Anyway, Allison, I would say any new endeavor that we embark on, we've got fears about as well. Even this RV tour.
Every new endeavor
Actually,
we've embarked on, we've begun hit with a 2x4
Pulling
beforehand.
over the car and jumping out of it to rescue Ruru the chicken. That was scary.
But didn't I do it the coolest way ever?
Yes. You asked me if it would be okay if you swerved the car off the road and if you got out.
And is this a safe place?
Yes. And because in the past he would just go, and I would have no idea what's going on.
And then I would jump out.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, there were a lot of fears about what would happen when we brought him back to the house. What are we going to do with it? We thought she was a him back then. Because we thought she was a rooster.
That shows just how much I know about chickens, and yet I was still going for it.
And then we were thinking, are we allowed to have chickens? Is the HOA going to evict us? I mean, crazy stuff like that. So yeah, even the most successful people.
And one of the head of the HOA actually met Super Chicken yesterday, and fell in love and wished his granddaughter had a chance to meet her. He's never seen a chicken that you can hold and belly scratch.
Oh, thank you, Puna.
Thank you, Puna, and thank you, Puna, for your kind support. And I must say that there is a dancing, laughing chicken on there.
Is that a chick? That's a pear.
That's a pear. I'm calling it a chicken. It's a green chicken.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be at the grocery store. Michael's gonna be pushing the cart next to the pears, going, "Oh my God, I'm gonna save them all."
You keep talking.
How are the pears gonna fit in the RV? Oh, okay. So Michael is grabbing Ruru right now. And Ruru's full name is Lucky Ruby Ruru. Here they are. Okay. She doesn't want to be on camera now.
Give her a minute. She'll be back. No chickens were harmed in the making of this. She's coming right back over to me. That's the close-up chicken cam. I know. Can I have a treat?
Like food?
Thank you. Oh, they're getting it. Ruru. Ruru. There you go. There we go. Nope. All right, keep talking. This isn't working.
Okay.
This is her first event like this. She did make a brief cameo last week, though. You hungry?
No, thank you.
What I should do is bring out some mealworms before the end.
Okay.
Then we'll play.
Good.
All right.
Okay, we have another question.
Yes. And thank you, Puna. That also looks like a super chicken.
From Edward. Direction.
Yes.
Which direction should I go?
The scary one, Edward. The one that you know in your heart is the direction to go that you haven't been allowing yourself to entertain. CJ said that we've been talking about taking a trip or an RV thing for the last 5 years or more.
I don't recall this.
So she says that we have wanted to travel and get out for a very, very long time.
I know that 10 years ago, when we were completely broke and going on book tour, we wished we had an RV.
Oh my God, yes. That's been,
but instead we drove my little Suzuki SX4.
100 plus cities.
We took out the back seats and we put 2 dogs in and a cameraman. And we towed a mini trailer for books, not to live in. And actually, both of those cars.
We had a cameraman in the back seat.
Both of those cars, we are putting. Well, actually, the silver one, which is a Honda CR-V.
Yeah.
It's 2009. Only 2 owners, my dad and myself. It's on Craigslist.
Are you selling the car right now to our audience?
Why not? And the Suzuki next to it is the first car that I ever bought on my own, so it's got a lot of sentimental value. And actually, that's going to be difficult for me to let go, and that's something that it's time. It's time, because 2 people should not have 4 cars.
So true. So if you're interested in a dial 1-800 Inspire Nation today. We'll even throw in no. That was good, Pookie. I didn't see that one coming. So, and thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Puna, and thank you, Sandra. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better?
So I like your response to Edward, because I said any direction, just move, just go.
You're actually true. You're actually right. Any direction. So what do I do if somebody's stuck? I get them walking. I don't care where they walk. I want motion. Once we get energy in motion, you're no longer stuck. Now we can take a different perspective on things. So I want to get you moving. However, the expression to me just keeps coming back. If not now, then when? If not now, then when? Which means somewhere buried inside of us is something we haven't given ourselves permission to do. It seems crazy to be doing this RV tour. It seems crazy from my financial mind, where I'm like, shouldn't we just buy rather than put this whole chunk down on rent first? My mind is going boom. It's like renting a small Taj Mahal. And it's perfect because something amazing is going to come out of it. We're probably going to love it. We're probably going to want something even more amazing than I already could have imagined. And so I am challenging myself. I think Roo has wandered off here. I am challenging myself. I'm going to go get the Roo back.
I'm sure he's just behind the car.
He?
She.
But it is so true. Write out, Edward. Write out, everyone. What have I not allowed myself to do? What have I been told I can't do? What have I been told I can't make enough money at it? See, we had all these ideas. We had all these dreams. We thought, heck, my generation, believe it or not, I turned 50 in 2 weeks. 50. I'm going to rock it. I am going to rock this next half century or century and beyond. I'm going to rock it. I don't care here or the other side.
Let me say this now, because I might forget later. It's okay if you want to remarry.
What?
I don't know if I want to live another century. Okay.
Did you have to say that?
I'm just saying I want you to be happy.
And I want you to be happy too, but I have pictured us, not in a morbid kind of way, of the two of us going.
I know. I've often said I've kind of.
Somebody said cheerfully dark.
I've kind of morbidly joked that our poor kids, because when it comes to one of us going, they're probably going to lose the other one within a couple months. So our kids are going to be without parents, like in the same year.
Hopefully they're well adult kids.
I could be manifesting this.
So true. I think, I know I was mentioning 50 because there was some point having to do with if not now, then when, and leaning into those fears. But based on your comment, it just RAM or instant memory just got completely dumped, emptied.
Yes, Allison. We plan for this to happen when the kids are old adults.
Well put.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea where you're going.
I don't either. We were talking about tour. We were talking about challenge yourself.
You're turning 50.
Yep.
And you're like, yeah.
Well, and I don't have no idea where I was going to go with it, but there are two ways of viewing 50. You can view 50 and go, oh my God, And many of our audience are going, dude, it's okay. You're going to be fine. And so I'm not in this, I'm not in this, oh my God, place. I'm going, this is awesome. First off, if I wanted to, which I don't anymore, but if I wanted to, I could race against the youngsters in the 50 plus category and go kick some younger butt. That could be kind of cool. I don't want to actually beat anybody though, so I won't do that. But I feel more alive now than ever. I feel more alive. I just set another PR on my skates this week.
Yeah.
My running is a little touch and go this season so far, but that's okay.
You're
I've got
much less tormented by your demon than ever.
Oh my God, yes. So I'm getting light. I've got the most amazing wifey in the. No offense to anybody, best, at least best for me. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this?
And I will always be younger than you.
How does it get any better than that? So I'm just so excited about what's coming next. So you can go, yeah, but I've got arthritis. I've got this. I've got that. I've got the other thing. I got twin titanium femurs, twin titanium hips. I've got no ACL. I run like the wind. It's all good. It's all awesome. Use what you've got and drive it till the wheels come off.
Wow.
So I know. It just came in. It just came in.
No. I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know if you really want to drive it till the wheels come off. Don't you want to take better care so the wheels don't come off?
Yes. However,
get your oil changes.
I want to be out on the racetrack.
Yeah.
I want to play.
Yeah.
I don't want to be conservative and hold back. I want to experience life. And those things that scare me most, the wound is where the light shines through, get to be explored. There's a part of me going, I'm going to really take it. Do you have any idea how paranoid I am about pets and being on the road, or about pets and windows and doors open? And I'm going to have 3 kitty cats and a chicken in an RV. Yes. Why not? Why not? And so I want to challenge you. Why not? And if not now, then when? So we'll take a few more questions here. Go for it. Then we get to go out for a walk.
The challenge with the question why not is if they just stop at the why nots. If they come up with a whole long list of why nots, how are they going to get past the why nots? Why
so?
So I have the answer because our mentor gave it to us.
Okay.
She said, write out what's the worst possible thing that could happen.
I think that's where I was going with the 50 thing and the death and everything.
Okay.
Yes. That is where I was going earlier when we talked about people surviving, that people have died. Everybody here has not died. So keep going along that track.
So you write out what's the worst possible scenario that could come about and how this could end up being a good thing.
It's really not as easy as it sounds. It's something that was done on, not Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie did this on, not on YouTube at the time, but there's a black and white video of him pulling on that string until you get back to the worst case scenario. I could die, I could be homeless, I could this, I could that. And then you see that, okay, what's the worst thing from there? I'm not here anymore. I'm flying through heaven. If I believe any of this stuff, I'm on the other side. I've been set free. Well, my worst case, I've said this way too many times, so please forgive me, everybody, but we were on Maui. You got sick with mold toxicity poisoning. I'd had one accident too many and tanked our finances. And I'm going, no, because the option was we were getting kicked off of Maui. We were going to live on your childhood bedroom in New Jersey.
Yes.
No. But I said this to you at least once. I probably needed to send it many times, but I said specifically, I said that I am fighting against New Jersey out loud with everything I've got. But I know that once I get there, we're gonna rock this. That was me doing that worst case exercise. And oh my God, that was the best experience in the world. First off, If you haven't been to New Jersey away from the city, coolest trails, most amazing serpents. Oh my God. We saw endangered timber rattlesnakes in a Kundalini embrace before us. We had snakes come down out of the tree and come to eye level and gaze with us for 30 minutes. The most amazing experiences. The lakes were incredible.
I got into the best shape of my life.
You did. And the energy of get her done, of yeah, that energy helped us build this business.
It did, yeah. Because when we were living on Maui, we were going to sleep at like 8 or 9. But then when we moved in with my parents, they were staying up till like midnight. They're like party animals. And so I was sleeping a lot during that time because I was sick, and Michael was launching the show, and he was staying up really late, and he had company. My parents were up with him.
Yeah, because so that I didn't have to cry in the middle of the night alone. I just couldn't let them know I was crying because they told me that they wanted me to give up my dreams and become a teacher. And by that, I mean like junior high or high school. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just not his dream.
It's just not my dream. Yeah. Well,
okay, we have a couple more questions.
All right, let's take those questions and let's go for a walk because I love walking and I recommend walking.
From Jade Music. What do you do when you're by yourself and you're in a many years rut that you don't know how to get out of? I don't drive, so I'm stuck in that way too. I can't take it anymore.
So Jade, first off, I was, after my first MDE, I lost my fiance, which is, so I don't even know a better way to put it, which is a whole story saga to itself. And I spent, I think it was 3 years, what I call in the woods, Jade. And in the woods, I worked on meditation. I worked on my wounds. I worked on raising my energy. I worked on eating everything self-help I could. I worked on writing a book. I worked on everything I could, including the kitchen sink. And that time period transformed me. Jade, you're in a cocoon. We're all in a cocoon right now. In fact, if anybody has ever studied cocoons, or it's actually not a cocoon. Cocoon is a moth. I'm going to go chrysalis on us. What's the difference? Well, chrysalis is butterfly. When the caterpillar gets entombed, we want to talk about stuck, gets entombed in that chrysalis, the enzymes of the caterpillar literally digest itself and turn it into mush. Now it doesn't have legs. Now it doesn't have wings. Now it can't go or be or do anything except exist and allow for whatever comes next. In a sense, that's where we're at. We have no idea, Jade, you have no idea the magical butterfly that you are going to be, that you already are, that is going to come out of this experience. What do? We be with the experience. We work on ourselves in the experience. If you don't want to drive, if you haven't learned how to drive, well, you can learn how to drive. Paul Selig's with you. He's on Maui. He's from the city. So he's having to learn how to drive right now. So you could learn how to drive. You could hop on the bicycle. You could hop on a skateboard. You could hop on a scooter. You could hop on an electric scooter. You can walk. I love walking and running New York City. I actually really, really groove on it. There's a cool energy to it. Okay, the energy's a little bit freaky tiki right now with our masks on, but you would still be getting that energy flowing by getting moving. You can go walk someplace where there's water and have expansive views. So stuck is just a matter of mind. It's not a possibility. Why do I know this? Because you're now 1, 2, 3 minutes older than you were before. How much energy has gone through you to get you to this point? How much energy is going through you at this very moment, and at this moment, and at this moment? We are continuously learning, growing, and expanding. We just don't realize that what you see here is the tip of the iceberg. So I would dive in right now, Jade, with everything that you've got. So Jade is saying, I've been in this place for over 26 years. You have gained experience, Jade, for over 26 years. And I would say, if you've been this way for 26 years, then we need to do something very different. And I would start writing about what that is. What does that look like? How can I serve? How can I change my life? How can I leave the old me behind and reinvent myself? Rather than saying, I have been there for 26 years, I would say, Jade, I was there for 26 years. And today, now, this moment, I choose something else. And I am going to look and investigate every bit of my life, large and small, and see how I can change it. Somebody earlier said I sound like Seinfeld. Actually, that was you.
That was me. No, because you were like, I can't do it. But you said something like, it's perfect. And it just sounded like,
yeah. It's perfect. No. See, I can't do it when you ask me to do it.
No, it was loud and your voice kind of like trails off.
Perfect.
No.
Costanza. No. Anyway, George Costanza, probably my favorite episode of Seinfeld ever. And nothing is working for him in life. And he realizes that every decision he makes is a bad decision. Bad. And so what he does is he starts to do the opposite of whatever his instinct tells us. He got the girl. He got to work for Steinbrenner and work for the Yankees. He got the best job. Everything took off for him by doing the opposite. Now, I'm not suggesting, Jade, you do the opposite of everything, but I am suggesting you look at the motives, you look at the patterns, you look at the habits, you look at the tapes that continues to play, and you choose another way. Let's take that last question here.
Actually, can you... That's very dramatic.
There's a thumb coming at me.
Can you remind everybody about the mini masterclass?
I can. So I am so, that's an understatement, excited. I know it's going to fill. It only has either 49 or 50 spots available. I think it's half full at this point. Maybe it's even more than that. We've got a class coming up this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, and the following Wednesday after that. 4 Wednesdays in a row, midday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. It is also during daylight hours or daytime hours in Europe. How does it get any better than this? Where we are going to help catapult your career. What does that mean? 49 or 50 of us coming together, group coaching. We're going to work on this together. We're going to set intention. We're going to do clearing work. We're going to do group meditations together. We are going to look at your wounds and blocks, and we're going to help you either find that new position that's going to bring in the bacon, vegan bacon, that is. We are going to help you to find your direction. We're going to help you to find your career. And if you already have an amazing career, we're going to help take that to the next level. If you already are an entrepreneur, wow, what an amazing, incredible, awesome time to be an entrepreneur, disguised as a holy. But we're going to help you take that to the next level. That is why this is called Catapult Your Career. And we're going to use the energy of the group. It's we call it a mini masterclass. It's a mini mastermind. What is a mastermind? It is when a select group of high energy individuals who want to get something done come together as a group with a common goal. The goal here is to catapult your career. Whether you're struggling, whether you've been laid off, whether you want to just take things to the next level or build that business beyond anything you have ever dared to dream. When we get a small group of select individuals together to do this, there is no stopping us and we become unstoppable. And we have had so many people that have thrived, taken off. Wow, the last class was just so incredible. I don't even know what to say about it.
There were tears of joy and gratitude.
That's a good way to put it. And so that is going to start this Wednesday. I think Jessica put down the link for that. We also have next Wednesday evening. So they both start on the same Wednesday.
The boot camp is ongoing. It's every week.
A boot camp is
ever.
Boot camp is an opportunity to have one-on-one interaction with us at a higher level than you get in a YouTube Live, with a very specific focus to it, where we all come together as a group. There's no limit to the number of people. We'll take in millions, certainly. And it is a very small price. So it's a great way to get a closer touch with us, to get more of the energy that we have to share, to learn valuable lessons on a week-to-week basis, to come together as a community or group, certainly to get you unstuck. I don't think anybody in the boot camps is stuck anymore. Just the energy of the group takes you right out of that possibility. And so that one is going to be finding comfort in the chaos. And we're going to do a lot of alchemy work in there of helping shift your energy. All right. So with that said, I was going to say one more question,
and
but somebody.
if you haven't tried the boot camp before, it's $7 for your first month just to try it out.
Cool.
Okay. The last question was from Bacteria Boy.
Yes.
Does one find their purpose in life, or does our purpose find us? That's a very deep question.
Bacteria Boy, what if there's not just one purpose? This is what I've been learning, is that our purpose is really, we may have a definite chief aim, as Mitch Horowitz talks about, brilliant author, can't recommend his books and his interviews enough. We may have a definite chief aim that we choose in life. With that said, I see us as old school 747 airliners with an old school navigation system where we go to one waypoint and then we go to another waypoint and we zero in on these waypoints until we get to our destination. The thing about life is there is no one destination. It's learning, it's growth, it's expansion. That itself is the purpose. So now, can you choose purpose? Absolutely. Can purpose seek you out? Absolutely. But then again, it is still a choice. But it's sort of like the E word, which Mitch Horowitz just abhors, enlightenment. If you're saying, I must reach enlightenment, I must have my purpose, you host. Because the fact is, we can make meaning wherever we want. Yeah, but doesn't that mean that I'm not having my purpose? No. If you're following your heart, that's purpose. If something is pulling you forward, that's purpose. If you want to do something, well, because it looks good on paper, that's not purpose. But there's nothing that you can do that you're not pulled to from your heart that is off purpose, no matter what anyone else tells you. There's an infinitude of possible futures. However, you can choose the one that serves you best. It already exists. Time is not real. But what we can do, and this gets back to your question, Bacteria Boy, is we can draw ourselves to the future that's already there. We get to work on our intention work. We get to work on our alchemy, playing with energy. We get to work on our vision, and we get to work on our emotion, energy in motion. But once we do that, we will draw ourselves to that amazing future that is already waiting for us.
We've actually got 2 more questions. One of them I don't even know if you can speak to. But let me get to the correct page here.
Lionsgate would be something more in Dr. Michael Lennox's field.
Okay.
So Jade Magic Music, I can't speak to Lionsgate. It is cool. I would like to know more about it. But I really couldn't speak to that.
So it's an astrological question. Okay. Let's see, where did it go? Sandra had asked, can you take the info from the mini master class and utilize it if one has retired early?
I like that. That's a brilliant question. See, yes, absolutely. But where I'm going at with it, and so, what was the name?
Sandra Foss.
Sandra. So where I'm going with this, Sandra, is I don't believe in retirement. Even if you do not have a occupation right now, I don't believe we are ever retired. We're in the career of life. It's what do you want to make out of life right now? We can label it a career. Our best man, Jack, 89 years young when we got married. And he said that for a guy, you pass away on average within 6 months of retirement. And so he drove the, quote, youngsters around with the nursing home bus until over 93 years of age. Then he said, I'm had enough. I'm going to retire. And soon after, he says, I've got congenital heart failure. And I said, Jack, what if we work on your heart? Forgetting about the word congenital. I don't believe in any of that stuff. What if we work on your heart and get you better? And he said, damn it, Michael. I want out of this place. And he was a Course in Miracles guy. He knew there was something on the other side. The point being, we can stay active if we choose until the very end. Now, it does take some blessing in there. It does take some luck, which I'll call blessing in there. However, we can choose to find meaning, to find purpose, to find our career, even if and especially if we are retired. I think it becomes even more important when you're not punching the clock for somebody else to find a way to punch the clock for yourself. So will it help? Absolutely. Will it light you on fire? Absolutely. Will you want to go out and change the world? Quite possibly, or change your own world, or change your kids' world. But certainly you will be on fire coming out of the mini masterclass. Anything else, Pookstar, before we let you go?
No.
All right, should we go for one more cameo with Ruby Roo?
Sure.
Are you up for a cameo?
Well, she looks pretty comfortable down there.
I do not think that I can pick her up at this moment because she is just. Oh, wait. She just got up on her own. And now we're back down. Ruby Roo, can you pick it up for just a minute? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to leave the camera on me for a minute if you can.
It is on you.
Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. She loves the chest rub. Oh, I'm in heaven. I am absolutely. So I think she's actually scared of that. She does not know what to make out of that. But you're doing great. You're going to be a YouTube star. Maybe a TikTok. Or would that be a click-cluck star? A TikTok star? Would you like to be a TikTok star? She loves it when she gets this massage. I think this is called her wettles. They feel like little gummy bears. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute.
Gummy bears are like fruit roll-ups.
I guess more like fruit roll-ups. Oh, you're such a sweet.
Fruit leathers.
Oh, so soft. So soft. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. All right, let's show you to the camera one more time, and then I want to put you down. You've done great. I need to get you some worms. I need to get you some worms, I do. Oh. So soft. Everyone, I think they need you to go out and rescue a chicken. Every single person. There are diapers if you're in the home. But I think we need you to rescue a chicken. She is the sweetest thing in the world. Oh my God. So sweet. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Good girl. Let's go get you. You can follow me with the camera. I'm gonna go get her some worms. Here we go. You want your worms? There we go. Hold on.
So Michael is going inside to grab the mealworms, which they're dehydrated.
Good girl. Do you want another worm? Do you want to show people on camera? Ruru. Ruru, come. We're still working on this one. Here we go. Coming over the rocking chair. Here we go. Ruru, come. Are you coming? Here you come. Here you come. Here you come. What? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Ruru, come. Oh, that's a rocking chair. Can you get it on the rocking chair? Can you? Oh, good girl. You're standing on a rocking chair. All right. So, thank you. Thank you. Do you want to say woohoo to everybody? Do you want to say woohoo? I think she's hungry. Here we go. Oh. We'll do this. We'll finish up with getting some good eats. Everybody, you need a chicken. If you went to the bathroom right now, this would be the most miraculous thing in the world.
It's just a coincidence that there's a trunk there with a chicken and a rooster on it.
All right. Well, maybe. You want to go? Picture bathroom thoughts?
Everybody visualize Ruru going to the bathroom. All right. Maybe next time.
I'll come back over. Thank you guys so much for joining us here this evening. Thank you. We love you guys so much. I'm now chasing chicken. Wee! 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 Oh, ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street, and I ask her very confidentially, ain't she sweet?
I think she's hungry.
Mwah.
All right.
Love you guys so much. We're going to go back to loving up the chicken. Keep on shining bright.
Thanks for joining us.
Hope to see you Wednesday. Jessica's going to put the links down one more time. Come join us for the Career Catapult Your Career class, and join us for boot camp, where we're going to be with you every single week. Jessica just said something like, till the end of time. But we are going to. You need family? You got family. We're family.
Time, or at least for another 100 years, because you plan on living to 150.
Yeah, but not if you say that you're not going to be with me. Where's the fun in that? Get with the program.
I'll think about it.
All right. Love you guys. Keep on shining bright. Bye. There we go.